Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Croft Studios. I'm here with a DC Comics superhero set review. I'm here with set 76035, Jokerland. It is 1,037 pieces, retails for $119.99 here in the USA, and it contains 8 minifigures. So let's take a look at our box. Here's the box included in the set, and you can see on the front right here, it just basically shows you your set. And when you turn the box around, it shows you all the kinds of features and all the small things included in this set. In this set, you get one instruction booklet, and when we go to the end of this instructions, right here, we get some pretty decent ads, such as this ad right here. It shows Jokerland and the Batmobile Harbor Pursuit set. You have a Lego Club ad right here. You have Batman 3 Beyond Gotham ad right here, and then on the back you get the Evil Pirate of Doom. In this set, you get... Here are the extra pieces included in this set. In this set, you get one brick separator. First up for minifigures is Batman, and we've seen Batman before. One thing I like about this Batman is that we get the new boots, such as basically the molded boots with the black and gray plastic molded in. His torso printing is pretty decent looking just for Batman. You can see his helmet right there is the newer mold, not the old one. Again, you get these capes that I'm not really a big fan of, the really silky ones. And when you lift up his cape, you get some back printing right there. You can see that it's pretty easy to lift up, and that's really it for his printing, besides his head. Taking a look at his head right here, you can see his face. It's just a basic print right there, nothing really too much to it. And then on the back he gets a little angry face right there. Up next for minifigures is Robin, and I really like this minifigure due to the fact that you get the molded arms on him. You can see the green little short sleeves right there. I'm really a big fan of those pieces. You can see his torso right there is just your basic Robin torso. Get the basic green legs, no printing. Then you can see his face right there. It's a pretty basic Robin face. Get the cool little short hair right there. Then you also do get another one of those capes. Like I said, I'm not really a big fan of those capes. And you can see his back printing right there. There's not really much to it. You can see him right here. When you take off his hair, you get a double-sided head, which is a scared face. So not bad of a Robin right here, and I definitely like those molded arms. Third up for figures is Starfire, and definitely a great figure to get in the set. One thing I really like about this minifigure is the skin tone. You can see it's actually different than the regular ones, so they're actually getting that right. Let me just focus in here. You can see her torso printing is really cool. I like her leg printing as well, and those arm printing is really cool. I like how it's on the end of the arms. You can see the pink hair right there, definitely cool. And she also does get side leg printing, so they definitely went all out when they made this minifigure. When you take off her hair, you can see her printing a bit better. You can see her torso right there. You can also see her face a bit better. She has a little smiling face right there. Then on the back, you can see her back printing, which is also good. And you can also see a scared head right there. And she also does get 2 of these little green type of dish pieces as accessories. Up next for figures is Beast Boy, and definitely a great figure to get as well. Again, you get those molded legs, which I'm a really big fan of. Really like the molded arms and legs, and I'm glad we got a bunch of those in this set. You can see the torso is pretty good looking right there. I like the printing, and I also do like that face for him. It's kind of a crazy smile face. I really like that hair piece used. Maybe they could use that on like a Green Goblin minifigure or something like that. That would be kind of cool. You can see his back printing right there. Looks pretty good, as you can see. And when you take off his hair, you can see he has a double-sided head, which is pretty cool looking. So let's go into our next figure. Starting our villains is Joker right here, and you can see he's just a pretty plain Joker. No leg printing, but I really do like that torso printing with the bow tie and stuff like that. I like that. You also do get a pie with him, which is pretty funny to get. Those are always good pieces to have. They're not really super common. You can see his crazy smile face right there. I think we've seen that face before. And when you turn him around, you get some back printing right there. And then when you take off his hair, you can see he also does have a double-sided head. Up next is Penguin, and I do like this Penguin. The only thing is I wish we would have gotten a little bit of a variant because he's the same as the one that comes in the Arkham Asylum. It's still good, though, to get a Penguin in the set, so I'm glad we got him. You can see he gets a little handgun and an umbrella. Like that periwinkle color for legs, and I really like that little tuxedo that goes on his torso. You can see his little smiling face right there. He gets the cool top hat as usual. He also does get some pretty good back printing right there, which is simple but gets the job done. And when you take off his hat, you can see his face a bit better right there. You can see the smirking, you can see the little bit of printing that's above his eyes, so definitely a good figure. Up next for figures is Poison Ivy, and again, this is the same figure that comes in Arkham Asylum. Like I said, I wish we would have gotten a little variation here, but it's still fine to get her in the set. Just as a figure as a whole. She gets one of these weird pieces, kind of like a fishing pole piece. Not necessarily a fishing pole, but you can see it's kind of like one of those big string pieces right there. You can see her face right there is pretty good looking. I like the torso and leg printing as well. She gets a little bit of leaves in her hair, which is good. I like that hair piece, definitely cool looking, and you can see her back printing a little bit right there. When you take off her hair, you can see her back printing and double-sided head. You can see she's pretty angry right there with her double-sided head, and I like the back printing too. Definitely gets the job done, and you can see her face in the front a bit better right there. Last up for figures is Harley Quinn, and I think this is my favorite figure of the set, just due to the fact that she's a completely new figure. You can see what she looks like right here. Definitely a sweet-looking figure. I mean, you can see her torso printing is really good. Like the leg printing, it wraps around the legs and stuff like that. You can see her face, and turning her around, you can see she does have some back printing right there. And we take off her hat right here, you can see she has a double-sided head. So definitely a great figure, really well done. Harley Quinn also does get this hammer accessory. Before we move on to some of the main models, I wanted to show you some of the small things that come in the set, such as some extra, basically missile launchers and stuff like that. You get handcuffs right here, 3 of them with locks on them. Get some stud shooters right here. You get a small penguin right here with a dynamite piece right here, which looks really cool. You can see him. Definitely cool to get. You got him in the little set as well. And right here you get the little Joker bot, which is one of my favorites because they use this cool kind of bubble piece on the side of his head. I don't know really what you call that. Gets a little pistol too, and you can see how his head turns. Also do get some balls for the cannon shooter, and you also do get a super jumper. So starting off some more models in the set, we have a cannon right here that says Shoot-O-Matic on the side of it. It's red and yellow themed. I also like the red wheels that they used on there. You can see the blue they used as well, and those are stickers if you didn't know. And you can see the big white stick, or the black stick right there that they put on the front. And you can shoot a cannonball out of here if you want to. Basically just fire it like this. It doesn't work super well unless you actually attempt it. And you can also shoot a pie out of here, which you do get in the set as well, which is kind of funny. So you can fire a pie at someone's face or something. So you do get this in the set, which isn't too bad of a model. Then you do get this part of the model right here, which is stickers as well. I like those green pieces they used on the bottom. You can see all the ooze and stuff they used in there. Used a really cool circular piece in there for the middle, which is really cool. And I like these big pieces that you get on the sides. Those are always good window pieces. So that's basically it for these 2 models. So here's the Batmobile, and I like the look of it overall. There's one big problem with it, in my opinion, is the front. A lot of people don't like this as well. Legally329 mentioned this in his review as well, about the front with this big piece right here. I don't really like that very much. But other than that, the model doesn't look too bad. I don't like this either. It does reveal a playability feature with some stud shooters right here once you press it down. They do fire individually, and they're black spring-loaded missiles, which are pretty cool. Like the yellow tires they used on here. Definitely not too bad of a Batmobile, I guess. It's not the best they've made. You can see the window area right here. You can just basically pop this off, and you can see the little sticker they put in there, which isn't half bad looking. You can see that. I like that little sticker that they put in there. And you can put Batman in here, like I said. Basically, you have to lift up his arms a bit, though. That's one thing I don't really like too much. You have to lift up his arms really high up to put him in. Then basically the window goes on. You can see how he fits in there. It's a little tight fit. And then you can see right here, these little bat pieces right here can move up and down. On the back you have some of those stud shooters, unfortunately, but they are on here. And you also do get a big booster piece. So moving on to one of the rides is Penguin's Deadly Duckies right here. And this is probably one of the most uninteresting rides, in my opinion, of the set, but still not too bad of a, basically, little model. You can see how you can spin it around right here. There's TNT in all of them, so when you fire it really fast, you can spin it from the back right here, like that. And when you do spin it, these TNT can fly out, and the minifigs can't fit in there. You just kind of sit them in there. There's no studs to put them on. You can see that sticker piece right there for Deadly Duckies right there. You can see you get some big clear pieces right here, which are cool. These big gray pieces, and you can see on the back how you can turn the Duckies right here. Like I said, it's not really too much of a big function. It kind of reminds me of the old SpongeBob one that came out a while ago. That was kind of like the Glove World one. So that's basically it for this little model. Moving on to another ride is basically Poison Ivy's Carnivore Free Fall, which is basically one of those rides where you basically just free fall to the bottom, which is pretty cool looking right here, so we're going to go in depth with it. You can see the top area right here. It basically says Carnivore Free Fall right there, and it has a big kind of creepy plant right there. It's kind of funny that it's called carnivore, since it's a plant. So it's basically herbivore that eating basically a carnivore that is an herbivore, I guess you could say. I don't know how you'd say it. But you can see this right here, how the mouth opens up and stuff, has some creepy details in there. You can put minifigs up here, you can sit them down, and there's a pretty cool playability feature with this as well. I'm guessing you guys can already know. Basically, when you lift this up, basically the ride falls and it goes to the bottom, which is a really awesome feature. Actually, you can see how it can just kind of come off like that. Obviously, it isn't meant to, but you can just basically put that up there and it holds it in. And then you can see the pieces used on the bottom right here are pretty cool as well, like these big green pieces. I haven't really seen these in a green color except for maybe one of the Fangpire sets. It was like a Wrecking Ball type of set. And you can see it right there. It looks pretty cool. You get some plants at the bottom, so it's a nice ride. I like it. Our next ride in the set is Harley Quinn's Wheels of Fire. And you can see this right here as a motorcycle on this really big type of ramp look right here. You can see what that looks like, and you can see there's a minifigure plate at the end right there. There's also one on the other end. You can see there's some barrels of trash down there. You can see what that looks like. It has some fire in there. And just taking a look at the details, you can see the black and red checker pattern going on here. Really like the look of that, and also the white makes it really cool. So basically the feature is that you kind of hit this, and it moves the motorcycle, and you can see how that moves. Sometimes it's actually different because it was actually kind of an unintentional feature how the ride moves around. Sometimes it stops in the middle, sometimes it goes all the way. So I thought that was kind of a cool little feature, and you can see how it moves around everywhere and stuff, so it's kind of shaky when you put minifigures on there. Definitely a great feature though, and I really like this model. It's not too many pieces, but definitely gets the job done, I think. Moving on to the main model set, which is a really cool model because it has a lot of purple pieces, and I really like the amount of different colors they used on here. You can see it has the big Joker face. It has a lot of small playability features, so we're going to go in depth with that. Starting at the bottom, you can see some of the stickers used, and you can see Joker's little teeth and lips right there, and you can see there's some small rock pieces in the front here, and you can see how you can kind of adjust these if you want to, in any way you want to, so you can kind of seclude this area, or you can make it so it's kind of secluded when you go into it. And there's a sticker in there, and it says the Joker. You can see what that looks like. It's a mirror, and if you can see the camera in the background, it actually is a working mirror, which is definitely really cool. And moving on to this side, you can see the purple pieces. Like I said, I really like these pieces in purple. And another cool thing is right here, it says the Handy Jokerland, or it's supposed to say Happy Land, and it actually says Jokerland. And moving it to this side, you can see there's a little bow tie right here and a little area where you can put a minifigure. You can see these really cool lime green railings, and you can adjust the bow tie if you want to. It's a sticker piece if you wanted to know right here. And moving on to this side, you can see there's a slide which does include a playability feature, and there's also a toxic tank where basically you put this big green tank that I showed you guys earlier in front of the slide, which is the playability feature. I'm guessing you guys already know. And like I said, there's some more rock details and stuff down here. You can see that, and yeah, it's really cool looking. You can see the flags. So let's go on to the upper area. Moving on up, you can see a bit of the mouth right here, and I wanted to show you the playability feature with the slide first. So basically, you press on the tongue right here, and you can fall into the little slime pit area. Normally, you're supposed to put like a different minifigure, like Robin or something. You put Joker up there if you want to. Get some yellow details going around the neck. And what I really like is this head up here, which I want to show you guys a lot of details on. You can see the eyes right there, crazy looking with the green eyebrows. You can see the tan teeth right there with the basically this is what you press to do the feature. You can see how it kind of just like pops out like this. It's not really stuck in there by anything. You can see his hair on the side is really cool. They use those grass pieces, I guess you could say bush pieces. And on the top you can see there's a moving hat. I'll show you how to move those. So basically one of the features with this as well is that you can move the eyes by basically spinning these pieces on the back. I'll show you that in a second, but you can see how those turn, which is really cool. My brother put them on symmetrical, so it looks like they're moving the same way, even though they're actually supposed to be asymmetrical. But you can see how that moves right there. And then when you turn it on the back, around to the back, you can see there's a big pink piece. There's the back of the mirror down here for this part right here is cool. So you get a backside to it if you don't want a sticker. And you can see this right here. This is how you like do the feature with the eyes, and then this is for the hat to move it around. So definitely a great model right here. I really like this model. This set overall is definitely a sweet set, so let's go into our ratings. Alright guys, now onto the rating on this set. This isn't a perfect set, but I do like a lot of the things that you get in it. All the rides included in the set are very well done. Probably my favorite one has to be the Harley Quinn one with the motorcycle. That's probably my favorite one, and then right behind that is probably the carnivore drop. I really like the little mirror area that they added to the Joker. and I really love the face that they added as well. The minifigure choice for this set is very well done. Like I said, I don't like those new capes though, and I hate the super jumpers. So there's a couple problems I have with the set though, unfortunately. With the front of the Batmobile, I don't really like that very much. And I think the Deadly Duck seems a little plain. They might have been able to add a little bit more to that. It was just a little plain in my opinion. They may have been able to add like a small section to it, like a hot dog stand or something maybe, just to add a little bit more to it. I just think it was a little bland, but it's not too big of a deal. So this set is going to get a 9.4 out of 10. It's a great set. I definitely recommend it if you're a DC fan. A lot of great figures come in the set that you don't get in other sets like Starfire and Beast Boy and stuff like that. A lot of great figures in the set. So yeah, that's basically why I gave it my rating. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe.